Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. Today we're going to do a friendship reading on BTS's Jin and Mamamoo's Moonbyul as per request from someone from the Ko-fi page. Thank you, donator. You are very much appreciated and I hope you enjoy your reading. So without much ado, let's go ahead and get to it. As always, tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. I'm not affiliated with any groups or their companies. This is not for slander. This is for entertainment. This is for fun. All events are alleged. And as you notice, there's no face cam again today. I just had a busy day already and I can't be bothered to put on makeup. So please forgive me on that. We're going to use a new deck. This is the Runic Odyssey. No, just the Runic Tarot, I think. Pretty sure it's the Runic Tarot. It's new. If I'm messing up the title, I'll put it on the screen for you guys. I will not be reading this one with reversals. There's quite a lot going on in these cards, so I don't think I need to incorporate reversals. I think I'll have plenty to draw from as they are. When I do friendship readings, I always start with a past, present, and future spread, and then I will do a small spread on each person individually to see how their current energies may line up depending on what that present card is in the first spread, right? I hope that makes sense. So past, present, future, we get the present, and then we do a spread on each one to see how those, you know, may be interacting. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're off doing their own things, and that's fine too. So, you know, we've seen lately what happens when, you know, BTS members are associated with any women, especially on social media. It seems like that doesn't go over too well. So I don't have a lot of hopes for seeing too much tea in this reading. And also, just so it's known, I don't do any kind of love readings or ship readings. This is a friendship reading. I will not be reading into anything else. So if you came for that, go ahead and, you know, move along. I don't want to disappoint you. But if you just want to know what their friendship might entail and maybe just kind of what they're up to at the moment, then please stick around and I'll get started. Let's shuffle this one more time. Okay, so past, present, future. Past, Queen of Swords, present, Wheel of Fortune, future, Five of Cups. Okay. So Queen of Swords, this means there probably was communication. Usually the Queen is very open, very honest, very blunt. So I do think they had a history where they were friends. I think they definitely had an open line of communication in the past. The Wheel of Fortune for the present means, though, it's kind of really up in the air. It's kind of like if they have an opportunity, they'll take advantage of it. But right now they're kind of not really in charge of it. They're kind of at the mercy of everything else. So it's good and it's bad. I think it means they're both being really successful. They both have a lot going on that is what they want to be doing, but it doesn't always mean that that's always good for a friendship. We're going to do the separate spreads, so we'll see what the Wheel of Fortune, what hand that is playing in their current situation. And then we have the Five of Cups in the future. This is kind of having to give up on some things to keep others. So I do think that it could be a problem where they might have to give up their friendship or some form of their friendship in the future. Just want to make sure I pressed record. I did. It does look like there's a bit of a regretful vibe for that future where it's like it's almost not focusing on what they still have because they're regretful of what they lost. It's a bit bittersweet. That's the word I want. So, but the past was like they definitely had a good communication. So we'll see what this Wheel of Fortune means. But I do think it's playing at they're being pulled in many different directions. So we'll see. All right, so we'll go ahead and do Moonbyul first, I think. Oh yeah, I wanted to get the astrology cards. He's a Sagittarius. Oh. Leo, Mars, He's a Sag and she's a Cap. Oh my gosh, okay, so there she is. And then where's Sagittarius? Where are you? Don't tell me I passed it already. It's always the last card in the pile. Taurus. There we go, Sagittarius. Okay. So I did notice that he has a lot of Capricorn placements, even though he is a Sagittarius. So that could be how they get along, is that they're both kind of more of a practical mindset kind of person. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start with her current energies. We're not reading upside down. I was like, did I turn? No, I just spun around. Oh, there's that Queen of Swords again. And Strength. Okay. So we're asking about that. Let me go ahead and just put these up here out of the way. We are asking about that Wheel of Fortune card. So we got the Page and the Queen of Swords. What I'm really feeling here is that this is a potential of like communication or exchange of ideas, but it's almost like the Star and Strength make me feel like if they're going to interact, it will be in a very professional, public setting. I think is what this is playing at, because a star can mean faith, but a lot of times for the type of readings I do, it really means celebrity. And seeing this kind of go like a progression. So we have the Page, and then we have the Three of Swords, which is kind of like a disappointment card. So Page of Swords here means opportunity. So we're having the opportunity only arises in public. That's going to be the thing. If their friendship has opportunities, it's only going to be in a public, professional setting from what I'm seeing. It looks like there's disappointment for any kind of private friendship. I just don't think that that's a thing. And it could also mean like here, it's not just like, usually it's like the heart with the Three Swords. If you're familiar with kind of the Rider-Waite-Smith, like quote unquote traditional tarot, at least in the West. Usually they're in a heart. This one, he has them like through his chest, but it's obviously he's being beaten by someone. And this could also point out to like the way bands treat these kind of friendships. So it's saying the only time they're not going to be beat up or harassed about it would be if it's a very public thing. So we might see them in public acknowledge each other. I think that's the only way we're going to see it, though, at least from her side. I think at the end of this, I am going to draw a couple oracle cards because I'm drawing less tarot. I'm kind of changing the way I've done these readings if you've looked at the past ones, because the personal spreads were really, really big and they just felt like too much. So I'm going to go ahead and just, after I do Jin's reading, and just pull a few oracle cards to see what we can maybe expect. But yeah, I think for her it has to be a very public setting, because in anything else is going to lead to disappointment and sadness for her. So let's go ahead and pull for Jin. Where did it go? I lost a card. Come back. Oh, it went to the other side of the table. Holy moly. All the way over here. Oh my gosh. Let's pull some more cards for Jin. And let's see how this Wheel of Fortune present card is affecting Jin. Jen, how is this Wheel of Fortune card affecting your friendship with Moonbyul? This is the Nine of Wands. This is defensiveness. Chariot. Ten of Discs. Choices for the Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups, I mean. And then the Five of Swords, which is also like chaotic. So this is actually a pretty clear story here, where he's talking about things like being defensive about how it could possibly progress forward. So it's like their friendship kind of has to change. It's kind of going to take a new form. The 10 is the ending of that cycle. And also it kind of is directly talking about your income and your generational wealth. So this is related to their jobs. Like their friendship has to change. It's showing up like options. So it could be he's feeling a bit undecided, but maybe this 5 card of swords. Because this very much is like feeling like no matter what you do, people are going to hate you for it. It's like you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to, but it's still like there's no good option here. So it's like he has options and he doesn't like any of them. So it's like, I think he's feeling very damned if you do, damned if you don't, if he maintains a friendship with her. Because that 5 of Swords is just conflict. But it's about like what side of the fence you're on. And if he's having all like this number of choices to choose from, it's like no matter what side of the fence he's on, someone's going to be upset. Someone's going to be mad. So he could be a little unsure still about what's going on. So maybe that's why she only feels safe to approach or be friendly, like in a very public setting. So it shows he is interested in their friendship kind of changing if it has to, but he's not sure like to what level. I think he just feels like there's no happy answer here where everyone's satisfied. It's like no matter what, he's going to get flamed for it. And that kind of upsets him, because I do think he had a friendship at one point and he wants to kind of protect that, but he knows that it's going to have to change, that just the lives they lead don't allow for that. So like I said, I want to pull some oracle cards just to see kind of that, maybe an expansion on that 5 of Cups. Let's see, is there any way that their friendship, I don't think I want to use this. I think I want to use these. In the future, is there any hope for their friendship? What can we expect to see how they interact in the future? I'm just going to pull one here. Radical honesty. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. So it's kind of like saying that they should just be, if they're going to continue to have a friendship, they should be just brutally honest about it. Because the lie, if they're lying, it's just going to actually hurt everyone involved, including them. It's like you suffocate in that lie because now you have to live that lie. When if, you know, yes, if you're honest, it can also hurt you, but you have the freedom of like, now everyone has an expectation instead of before where you've given yourself this false expectation that, you know, it puts you, like I said, into alienation and self-defeat and self-denial. So, I mean, that is really good advice. Again, it feels like people can't be open about these kind of things. Idols can't, especially idols at their level. But if they are going to have a friendship, they should just be very public about it. And maybe that's what we'll see. I'll pull one more. Yeah, it's in voice. You are here to be known, so speak and be seen. So yeah, it's saying just if they're going to continue a friendship, they should just be vocal about it. Though I think they're both scared to have anything more than a working relationship from what I've seen in these cards. And again, she's a Capricorn and he has a lot of Capricorn placements. So I just think they're going to view this from a very practical mindset, and kind of do what they think is best for their group and best for their careers and that kind of approach. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Again, thank you very much. If anybody else is looking to get a reading that is not on the upcoming request list, which I link in the description of every video, if you want to either move something up that list or you want something that's not on the list that will be like in the next set of videos I record, go ahead and make a donation on the Ko-fi page and you can request. But just, it's $5 for one, a $5 donation for one request. So just so you guys know, sometimes I get multiple requests for one donation and it doesn't work that way. But if you have any questions, like, let me know in the comments. You can DM me on Ko-fi, you can DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I have all that information in the bio. Also check out the Patreon. I have a lot of stuff I'm offering there. I'm trying to get a group together where we can also vote and have exclusive content for videos on the Patreon where they're going to cover maybe more controversial or spicy material that I wouldn't put on YouTube just because I don't want to deal with the comments, you know. So thank you again for watching this. I hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.